Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Don't let others track what you do. Keep yourself safe at expressvpn.com/watchchad. Hey, it's party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show in the mothership, which is Studio 22. Hey, we're in America, the only place where we can be quarantined and running low on everything and still be getting fat. That's the truth here. I've decided, folks, I got to lose weight. I am going to lose weight. I got to do it. Got to do it, Hot News Natalie. It's absolutely ridiculous, the laziness, the level that I have gone to just let myself be lazy. I mean, I don't even put socks on anymore. It doesn't matter.
I'm trying to get you to come work out.
I don't want to come.
No,
I don't want to come work out. I just need to go over to Party Foul Steve's and work out over at his place and just hang out over there because he's got a full gym.
But you're still not going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I got to eat better, though. That's the thing. That is the deal. This laying around the house stuff is nonsense, man. I'm going crazy with it. And we'll get into that today, but these people who are just attacking, like if you say anything about going out in public, there are people out there who are just, they so cherish their lives. How dare you even think about going out and breathing the same oxygen we breathe? Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians, you can breathe my oxygen anytime you want. The puppet master Mark, of course, is at the helms driving us in at the helm, not the helms. Steve Helms is nowhere to be found. He's driving us into the nether regions. And, of course, we got a big show for you today on Monday night. So many things to get into. So many developments. I've never in my life seen news that has altered and evolved and changed so much every single day as what we've experienced now in what I would consider a historic event of this coronavirus, this COVID-19, the Wu flu, the China virus. It's here. It's here. And who knows, folks, the beginning of the end of this whole deal, it might be in sight. It may be in sight. Is it possible? Is it even possible that we can go back to normal? Because as the Trump administration is considering opening America back up for business as early as May 1st, we'll see if that happens. You have countries that are out there like Spain and Denmark that are sending their non-essential workers back and reopening schools. So it's possible that America could be the next wave to return to normal life, whatever that means or whatever that looks like now. But as we grow closer to that, what may be the end of the COVID-19 pandemic, millions of questions float to the surface. At least they do for me. What happens on May 1st? Like that classic scene from The Wizard of Oz, we just tell all the little munchkins to come out of their house because the Wicked Witch is dead. Well, simply going back to work is not possible for a lot of people, even some of you watching this show right now. Sending back non-essential workers will do little for the millions who have lost their jobs or have been placed on furlough. Reopening the economy will mean nothing if there are no employees to stimulate it. Now, the return to the life as we once knew it will be slow, but does our new normal involve wearing face masks in public for the rest of our lives? What happens if we return to normalcy just to have another outbreak that's going to hit our country? Our government's actions and the actions of the countries across the globe will be called into question. Why were we not prepared? What services does the World Health Organization actually provide? I want to talk about that today. Why has the Center for Disease Control not prepared for disease control? And how long has the coronavirus been in America? These are big questions we got to ask because the state of California, for instance, they're launching into an investigation of cases that were detected as early as December of 2019. My personal conviction is it goes even earlier. Dr. Fauci, who I'm beginning to really distrust, he's guided our president during this outrageous times, and he claims that his earlier warning of the shutting down of the country in February would have saved lives. What will happen to all those CEOs that stepped down and sold stock at the beginning of the year? Remember all those guys? Did they know something that was hidden from the general public? And not all of these questions are political because an entire media and psychological textbook needs to be dedicated to understanding the logic behind the mass hysteria of toilet paper and hand sanitizer hoarders. What's that all about? What the hell were you thinking? Now, the items we assumed would fly off the shelves during the emergency were good and plenty, while the entire country began flushing random objects down their toilets. The food supply never faltered. That's important. It's so much so that the farmers have begun dumping millions of pounds and gallons of food into waste piles because the demand for products from businesses and schools has greatly decreased. The coronavirus has proven the tenacity of the American spirit. No question about that. That is for sure. Neighbors have helped neighbors. Entire companies have rerouted their production to help produce necessary products like ventilators, face masks, and hand sanitizers. And that, folks, is encouraging because, to me, that is the American spirit. And we're going to introduce you today to one of my favorite companies, my good friends that are doing just a little bit of that. Nine Line Apparel has stepped up to the front line to help produce masks in response to COVID-19. We're going to talk to the founder of Nine Line Apparel, CEO Tyler Merritt, coming up next. You want to be here. Don't miss it, folks. We'll be right back. Hey, speaking of the American spirit, Black Rifle Coffee Company is a veteran-owned and operated premium small batch roast-to-order coffee company for people who love America. I know you love America, and so do they. They import only the highest quality beans from around the world and always roast-to-order their coffees after you place your order to ensure that you receive the freshest coffee available. Hey, they develop their explosive roast profiles with the same mission focus they learned as military members serving this great country. And all Black Rifle Coffee Company blends are available in whole bean, in the ground varieties, and they also have many roasts available for the purchase of the single-serve coffee rounds. That's what I'm drinking right now, Nellie.
Yummy.
It's so good. Hey, the best way to enjoy this freedom-filled coffee is with Black Rifle Coffee Club. You choose the amount and the blends that you crave, and they offer it to you at a special discounted price, shipped free directly to your home or office every single month. This added convenience allows you to keep working hard, making America the land of the free and the home of the brave, and you never got to rush to the store again. So wake up to America's coffee by going to blackriflecoffee.com/watchchad. That's blackriflecoffee.com/watchchad. Just enter the discount code WatchChad. You're going to get an extra 20% off your first order of any coffee products, and that includes the Black Rifle Coffee Club. Go there today, blackriflecoffeeclub.com/watchchad. Hey, folks, welcome back. I want to take you all the way over to Savannah, Georgia. My good buddies over at Nine Line Apparel. They're hanging out with us via Skype today. And the owner and founder, Tyler Merritt, the man, the boss, the guy who is the legend, is sitting there with his Nine Line Apparel America Strong T-shirt, looking sexy like a beast. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? How's everything in Savannah?
Savannah is a ghost town, which is kind of crazy. Definitely started off with St. Patrick's Day. Usually got 1 million people down on the street, and our stores are jam-packed, and now it is tumbleweeds. Not actual tumbleweeds, mostly just a bunch of homeless people kicking trash around, spitting at you.
It's funny how when different – and I was supposed to be there this month. I was supposed to be there, I think, next week we were coming, and I was disappointed mostly because we were supposed to be hanging out with like 30 Instagram models, and I don't know why I was going to be there. I was just going to be there. I was going to come shoot guns at the range and stuff. And they told me that you and Matt Lyda were going to be gone. So that would even sweeten the deal for me. I was like, good. There's more room for me to kick it around. But I was weird because I saw the videos of St. Patrick's Day, and it hit me. I was like, dadgum, because Savannah, Georgia is the epicenter of St. Patrick's every year. And like you said, there's 1 million people there, and then, boom, there's nothing. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, I mean, every year we take our big old 250 rolling down the street. You got thousands of people lined up. You got millions of people having a great time. And this is what the Savannah social scene, the restaurateurs, the hotel and entertainment industry, this is where they make their nut for the year. And the fact that it got canceled and the fact that we've been shut down for weeks on end and have still many more weeks, you're starting to see kind of the craziness come out.
Yeah.
You're starting to see the crime go insane. You're starting to see people become very desperate. So it is a very different mood. There's still a lot of Instagram models down here, so you're still welcome to come. And the hotels are like $50 that were normally $500.
Yeah.
But it's definitely changed Savannah. And I don't know if our city or any other city around the country is ever really going to be the same. You know, you have a lot of people that they don't know where their next paycheck was coming from a month ago, and now they know it's just not coming.
Yeah.
So it makes it different. But you also get to see some really awesome organizations, people, companies come together to do good things, to right the wrongs of those bad actors. And it's a nice FU to some of these large DoD contracting companies that rely on manufacturing everything overseas, and saying, you know what, we could do it here in the United States. We do it better, faster, maybe not necessarily cheaper, but cheaper than what's currently being charged for, silly things like these 10-cent masks now going for $7. And I think it's going to show that we can't outsource our PPE to overseas manufacturing ever again. We got to bring manufacturing back. We got to bring jobs back, and we got to bring our national security back. So I think people are starting to realize that.
I was online. I'd shared a promotion that we're doing together with Nine Line, and somebody commented on there. They said, "Why is it $1 more for something made in America?" And I was like, "Oh, shut up." People are just morons. I'm like, well, because things get more expensive for one, but I mean, you want American made, right? I mean, that's the deal. People are going to bitch about anything.
Yeah, that's what you know Matt Leiter, right? So
sure.
As much as I joke around trying to like chain him to a desk and have him make T-shirts with me, I actually have to pay him a living wage. Believe it or not, he does get paid here to go do fun, crazy things. And we can't do what you do in China, where you take slave labor camps and you have people work 11 months a year. We let them go home and spend the cumulative $400 or $500 they made that year to see their family members, and they go right back to slave labor. I can't compete with that labor cost. No one else in the United States can. So if you wanted to make a thermos, one of those vacuum seal thermoses here, probably cost you $50.
Yeah.
That's why you get them made in China. That's where Yeti and everyone else makes them, and they come out costing them, less than $1. A couple dollars.
And that's the beauty of Nine Line. You guys are an American company, American-based, American-founded. You're an American. You're a veteran. I mean, and you employ veterans, and that's the beauty of it. You're making an American-made product. And right now, in a situation where I go across the country and I see Nine Line T-shirts, I'm always proud when I see Nine Line T-shirts being worn at games and shows and stuff that are all across the country. Because I'm like, I know those guys. I love those guys, and I love what they do. They're my buddies. They're my friends. But you guys have now transitioned, because you have done that big middle finger to the big corporate 3M, and I could name off a list of companies. But you've retooled the
I never
factory.
said their name.
I'll say it because they were a competitor of mine back in the corporate days when I was selling respirators and masks and stuff. But you guys are doing something else, and you've kind of gone with the tumult of this storm, if you will. And you've retooled the factory there, and you've started something else. Tell us about the new initiative.
Yeah, so we started off with just taking T-shirt material and making very quick containment masks. Helping to stop the spread. It's not going to protect you. And we've made and sold and distributed millions of these, and we'll do millions more in the coming weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking, initial batches after we calculated labor costs. I'm losing money every time my ship went out the door. Now we're essentially breaking even, and we're able to keep our people employed. So you shut down my 3 retail stores, you shut down my wholesale opportunities because they're pretty much no one's buying.
Yeah.
That's 45% of my business, and I kept about 90% of my employees. So I obviously got to have them stay gainfully employed, and that's what they're doing right now. And then while we're doing that, started working with dentists who are coming up with these different 3D printed renditions of a protective mask, something that could eventually be certified to be the same as an N95 respirators. I'm holding up just some of these evolutions of designs, different products that were, the brainchild of different healthcare workers, engineers, scientists, filtration experts, and we got to lead the charge. It's one of the things that we do is we're very fast speed to market, and you worked in the medical field, and never has there been a time where the FDA is saying, hey, normally it's 3 years for a class 2 device. Now we're saying you can apply it. We'll get it done in 6 months. Mm-hmm. We've been jumping up and down for weeks saying you have weeks a month ago to come up with the deficit. And so we've actually come up with an awesome product that goes into mass production on Tuesday, the polymer injection mold, all FDA approved material, and I can pump out from 0 to about 50 million filters.
Wow.
And from 0 to about 5 million devices in the next 30 days. And you pointed out 3M, their claim that they put out was that they can go from 45 million to 50 million in the next 30 days. Well, I can go from 0 to the equivalent faster, cheaper, better in the United States. So that's my assertion. That's where I'm planning on making that play, saying, hey, I've applied for emergency FDA approval. I have patents that have been filed for. I am not messing around. I have millions invested in this, and the fate of my company and the fate of the country rests on somebody taking that data and running with it. And there's only one person in the United States who can do anything, and that's the president of the United States. And it has to get to him, and he has to make that decision of, do we want a U.S. made protective mask that is potentially, I have to use those words, better based on our test results that have been independently tested by multiple laboratories.
Yeah.
Can we just go ahead and get around the bureaucracies and the multi-billion-dollar corporations that are slowing it down and just say, Mr. President, can we make a USA-made option and never become reliant on China again? Because I'd love to do it. And I got partners from Hainesco, their CEO. I got partners from leading engineering firms, leading scientists that are saying this is a solution. So tell me what I'm missing.
Yeah. And, you know, if folks don't understand where Nine Line started, I mean, and I won't tell your story, but talk about American ingenuity and willpower and entrepreneurial drive. You didn't have to go through a lot of bureaucracy, and that's the beauty of it. When you have so many of these companies, American companies, that are laying off people, 8 million new unemployment claims this week, there's so much that's going on, and you're working to make sure that your folks stay employed, for one, your business stays up and running, but at the same time, you're doing something necessary to the American infrastructure that's so important. Aren't you glad you're not in communist China, where you got to go through every little thing, get permission to do all these things? I mean, you just, in a matter of days, said, hey, we're going to retool, we're going to do this stuff. Do you lay awake at night just thinking of these things, Tyler? Because if you would you just give me some of the throwaway ideas for mine? I'd be happy to do that. I'm all for stealing ideas. We'll even put Nine Line on it.
No, I definitely throw away and give away a lot of great ideas to a lot of awesome organizations who can run with it faster. Actually, we published everything, made that website, ninelineMass.com, so that people could take my ideas and run with it faster. We did it weeks ago. Said, hey, there is a solution. It's based on numbers. It's based on math. And although some people accuse me of being many things, and a jerk, an asshole is definitely one of them.
I do. It's my favorite word for you.
Haven't ever been accused of being stupid or saying I could do something that I didn't have the intention of fulfilling. So when I worked in Special Operations Command, and when they said you need to be someplace plus or minus 30 seconds anywhere in the world, we take that to heart. And the math behind that type of planning and the ability to bring all of these different organizations together for one common goal, that's what we do very well in the Special Operations Command. And that's the lessons that I took into business entrepreneurship. We have incredible teams, just some of our employees, but there is a large group of people that are, say lay awake at night. That would mean I'd have to sleep. Yeah. I'm living off of Adderall, caffeine, and hatred at this point, prescribed. But it's one of those things where, if I could go and say to everyone, I freaking challenge you. Someone come here and tell me what I'm missing. Besides the fact that we're a very litigious society, and the fact that I have doctors and I have military members coming to me, and I will sign away indemnification waivers. Just give me the product. I've read your test results. I know exactly what this product does. I know what this is supposed to do, and I know what this seems to be able to do. One of them, it degrades over time. The other one is a P99 material. I'm talking about, this filtration material that I have acquired. Everyone else was going around looking for copper, right? Buying it up. Copper became worth more money than platinum. I went and bought up all the platinum. I'm talking about enough platinum filtration material that I can create 50 million filters here in the United States, because I may or may not have smuggled it in through interesting techniques while no one was paying attention. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And now it's just, I can't sell or make any claims. Our FDA attorneys are like, well, you can't say it works. In fact, you have to say it doesn't work. I was like, but our test results say it works.
Yeah.
Here's all the test results. Yeah, you can't say that. Not until the FDA approves it. Like,
There it is.
So I have to.
Hey, no, go ahead.
Yep, that's
Finish that thought. Yeah, Tyler
No,
Merritt.
that's it.
I'm coming to see you, buddy. I'm coming to see you.
Got you, man.
In the meantime, I want people to go to ninelinemasks.com. Of course, hey, you buy that America Strong T-shirt right there. If you want to, if you're on the Nine Line website, you can get the partnership we got going right now, Free Joe Exotic. America Strong, Tyler Merritt, Nine Line Masks, and, of course, Nine Line Apparel. Check them out. Tyler, thank you, buddy. We got to jump, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, brother.
Hey, as if there isn't enough reason to dump Twitter and switch to Parler, here's another. Right now, Twitter is removing content that they deem a denial of global or local health authority recommendations, descriptions of ineffective treatment or prevention methods, even if made in jest, denial of established scientific facts from global and local health authorities, statements such as ignore news about COVID-19 is just an attempt to destroy capitalism by crashing the stock market, and a whole lot more. Now, while some of these rules may seem reasonable, shutting down opinions you don't like is not only un-American, it might prevent legitimate questions from being asked. Well, Parler is the news and free speech app that won't silence your opinion or violate your privacy. Simply download the app, create your account, post, share, speak freely. Go to parler.com or visit the App Store today. And make sure you invite your liberal friends too. We welcome everybody over on Parler. You can follow me at WatchChad. That's PARLER.com, or find us in the App Store. That's Parler.com. Go there today. Hey, welcome back, man. Tyler Merritt's doing an awesome job. I've known those guys for a number of years, and you want to talk about folks who do business, Natalie, with integrity, and they do it right, and they have a good time doing it.
Anytime I've been around those guys, they are so nice,
They're
so
great.
kind, and they have a giving spirit.
Yeah. We were supposed to be with them. I alluded to that. We were supposed to be with them here next week, and it's sad that that's not going to happen, but we'll make it up. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of fun over in Savannah and hanging out with those guys, and this whole thing, man, it's changed the world. But kudos to them. And I mean, what he said is true. I mean, he's invested a lot into everything they're doing. And here's a bunch of guys. You get with them, whether we've been out in Vegas or they're in Savannah or they've been here, and we hang out together and have a good time. We were just with them in West Palm Beach, Florida. But, man, they're all business. When it comes to business, they just know what they're doing. So I'm glad that they've taken the initiative to do all of that. So the first batch of coronavirus stimulus checks have been sent out. Steve, you getting one?
I don't know if I'm getting one or not. It didn't hit my bank account yet.
Blaze.com did an article the other day about checking out, how to know if you're getting it or whatever. I'm reasonably certain I will not be. I say that tongue in cheek because I know for a fact I will not be. And that's okay. We were able to jump on, and this was weird. Whenever you try to raise money for people, I would much rather have my neighbors help me than the government help me, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure. You got to see your neighbors every day. I don't have to see the government every day. But if they're going to help me, I would much rather my friends and neighbors reach out. But we did a little Instagram thing the other day where I said, we're going to send us an email, and we're going to pick 5 folks that we feel like are in need. We're going to send you $200 each. And it was funny because many of the emails, we wish we could help everybody.
Right.
We picked 5 different folks. We actually were able to help about 10 different families because folks were donating to us and we were distributing the money. We received over 150 emails. Over 150 emails. Some of them kind of silly, like we need marriage counseling. There was different ones like that.
My liquor cabinet's running dry.
Yeah, we had some of that, and our sons have moved in. And we can't feed them, but then there were some really heart-wrenching ones, and I gave them to Allison. Emails came to Allison. Everybody knows Allison, and I said, I don't want to see anymore because I just it's heart-wrenching what so many people are dealing with. So thank you to those who contributed, and we hope we can help a little bit. I wish we could do that every week, just give away $1,000 a week, and who knows, maybe we can.
Yeah.
Maybe we can. Does it go very far? No, but who knows what it helps, But I just don't trust anything the government does. I don't trust anything the IRS does, and I'm sure many of you can appreciate that. Steve, we've tried to keep our entrepreneurial spirit alive. Not everybody needs to buy T-shirts. That's not an essential right now, but we've continued to sell.
They're still buying.
Yeah, people still buy, and we can't. We're not making a living right now off of merchandise, and online sales. I do the Cameo shout outs. Those have been a lot of fun, actually, promoting people's business and as well giving just shout outs to people's family and stuff that they can't get to. So you really feel a connection doing those things of getting to know people. I got a message yesterday from a counseling service in Idaho. Matt Rowe is his name. The Love Factor is what he does. But they have a 95% effectiveness rate when it comes to marriage counseling and relationship counseling. And we gave a big shout out for them on our Cameo. And he sent me a message and he was like, man, thanks for, you kind of went above board on all that. And it's like, if you focus on the right things right now, this is a good opportunity to kind of reset, refocus on a lot of things in life. We did Chad's church yesterday, Sunday morning for Easter. Used to do those things. I got to come up with a better name than Chad's church.
Yeah, that makes it sound like you're, putting praise to you.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Well,
we are a big way.
Right. I watched you.
Well, a lot of people did. We had in about 12 hours, I think we had about 125,000 views of it. It's quite a little church service.
There was over 2,000 watching it while
there
you
were 2,000 watching it. And I'm thinking about maybe doing those on Sunday mornings. I don't know. People seem to enjoy them. And not some big, long, drawn out, I'm going to point my finger at you. But just, here's what's on my heart right now, and maybe you get motivated. Because the reason I say that is I had a lot of people who came and sent me messages and said, I haven't gone to church in 20 years. But this helped me or encouraged me.
Well, I think you go at it from an angle, even not just that, but what you've done in the previous. You're not preaching to everybody else. You're kind of preaching to yourself in a lot of ways.
That's why I say it's a good time to reset, because for me, when I pull out that Bible of mine, that old Bible, and I've got a couple of Bibles that I use, but that one I've had for, 30 years now. And so, it is beat up. I have to be very careful with it. And the notes that are in it, I've thumbed through there and I read those and I'm like, wow, that's really kind of some precious stuff. Reminds me of so many different things. But
I am drawn to a church where it's more, I think I told you this, where the pastor's like, come on in, there's always room for one more hypocrite. And not that he's a hypocrite per se. He's just saying we're all sinners saved by grace.
Yeah.
We're all imperfect. We all mess up and we're all loved by Jesus. And there's nothing that any of us can do that he hadn't already seen. Yeah.
And I had somebody that sent me a message that said, it's funny that you're going to talk about Jesus after picking on Andrew Cuomo. And I'm like, what did I say about Andrew Cuomo? And they're like, you made fun of his nipple rings. I was like, oh, somebody else has nipple rings. Somebody else has nipple studs. Oh, bit dog always barks.
Yeah.
I said, well, we called him, he got his freak factor on. He's like, yeah, you called him a freak. And I said, well, he's the governor of New York, man. I'm still going to make fun of people. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Would you ever be crazy? Could we ever get you wild and crazy enough one night to get a nipple ring?
No, I'm anti-pain.
He'd probably like it. No, you like getting tattoos.
I do like getting tattoos.
You're going to wake up like the Hangover. When did I get this new bling?
That's something that I've missed in this whole process, is being able to go get a little more ink, right?
You let me do it.
You know what I don't like being? Bored and hungry. It's on me. I'm telling you, I'm going to lose weight. I was driving to the studio this morning and I was thinking, Steve, I was like, me and you're good. You've gained a little bit of weight, but you're good.
I've gained about 6 pounds.
I've gained a lot of weight. Everybody likes to point it out too. And I'm like, well, then put your fat ass up here. It's always somebody that doesn't have the profile picture. That's what's funny to me, man.
You're right. You don't even have to put a profile picture, because I got one in my head for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go feed the cats. So anyway, that's That's something. I mean, this thing has affected all of us in ways. And I really, really, really feel for those folks in New York and New Jersey, man. I mean, it is bad. These healthcare workers, I was reading, or I was listening to the news this morning, and they talked about how medical personnel had come out after their shift in New York, and they found 23 tires slashed in the employee parking lot. They caught the person who did it. Guy was high on drugs, but that's just a shame. You know, it's just a damn shame for things like that. I mean, just come on, people.
What was his purpose? I know he's high on drugs.
Just being
he doesn't
stupid.
Need I don't guess he needs a
just
purpose.
Being stupid.
That's a real Delta Bravo right there.
Yeah,
Come
big
on.
time.
That's
time.
when I do stupid stuff, I blame it on the drugs.
Yeah. I mean, they caught him. They got him for obviously criminal mischief and whatever. But that's the deal, man. Illegal substances. That's crazy stuff.
He should have listened to the Houston mayor.
He
told
that's
everybody,
right. Just take a break from the crime,
the criminals just need to chill.
Y'all need to chill. Chill on this crime, man.
That's right. He didn't listen.
That's it. But anyway, that's it. So anyway, it's funny. Just take the time to reset is what I'm saying. Everybody's got to reset. I'm feeling for people, and God bless. You know, we caught a bunch of flack because we put our Essential Nurse shirts out and stuff. And we're doing an Essential Human shirt with the Blaze. You can go to shop.blazemedia.com. It'll be out now.
Going on
and
the
we're going to
Blaze?
have our Essential Human. What'd you say?
That's going on the Blaze?
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have Essential Human shirts out there. And so anyway, hey, listen, when you're running a business, HR issues can kill you. Wrongful termination suits, minimum wage requirements, labor regulations, and HR manager salaries, they aren't cheap. An average of $70,000 a year. Bambee, spelled B-A-M-B-E-E, was created specifically for small business. You can get a dedicated HR manager, craft HR policy, and maintain your compliance, all for just $99 a month. With Bambee, you can change HR from your biggest liability to your biggest strength. Your dedicated HR manager is available by phone, email, or real-time chat. From onboarding to terminations, they're going to customize your policies to fit your business and help manage your employees day-to-day, all for just $99. Hey, month to month, no hidden fees. Cancel anytime. Don't start your business. You didn't start your business because you want to spend all your time on HR compliance. So let Bambee help you get your free HR audit today. Go to Bambee.com/Chad. Right now, schedule your free HR audit. That's Bambee.com. BAMBEE.com/Chad. Go there today. How are you getting those gray roots out, Natalie?
Tomorrow. I'm going to figure something out.
I don't see them, though.
Oh, they're there.
Oh, you just push it all up. Oh, it's there. But you just...
Wisdom.
It's cute, though.
Oh,
I told her
gosh.
this morning I would
And my
color
nails,
her hair.
they're gone.
Yeah, that's okay, too.
It's fine.
I laughed this morning. Somebody sent me the meme, and I posted it on my Instagram story of that old movie with John Lithgow, Harry and the Hendersons, and he's driving the truck, and Harry the Sasquatch is sticking his head out of the truck, and it says me on the way to take my baby or my woman to get pampered the day after quarantine in.
Amen. Amen. We all going to need that.
So funny.
I think these businesses that have taken a big hit, or especially those, are going to make up for it in like 3 days.
I think there's going to be a line down the street.
They're going to be booked for a while.
And I think you ladies are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I get what you're going through because you're used to having certain things done. CJ, we just had her in here the other day with the Deplorable Choir. She's written a new song that she's playing with it anyway. It's pretty funny. I'm going to find out what all my friends look like in 2 weeks. And I mean, you know, in 2 weeks, I'll know what all my friends look like. It's a pretty funny song. But anyway, that's one of the things that's going on now. So toilet paper and hand sanitizer, that is so last month. Now it's hair dye and nail clippers. That's what those are the panic buys right now for coronavirus.
And trimmers, right?
Yeah.
Like to trim your hair.
Everybody's getting their stuff. I say do what I did. Just shave my head. Shave your head.
I ordered everything from manicures, pedicures, a foot spa, all kinds of stuff so Tony can do it all herself at home. I think it's going to pay off in the long run.
No, it's not.
No, it's
I
not.
said you have to keep doing it at home.
You don't
Hey,
understand.
I FaceTimed her this morning. That's about to be over.
Yeah, see, you say that. See, you bought all that stuff and you said, no, that's the deal. She's got to start doing it at home. But I promise you, for these women, that's an experience. Like going to the deal. Honey, you pick a color. You pick your color, honey. What you want to do? I love to be told
I look like a model or a cheerleader.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, rub your leg. Oh, you're so dry.
You're
ashy. Dry. I put a Vietnamese flag on your big toe. That's like an experience, right? It's almost like going to the spa, sort of.
It is.
You got to go in there and get pampered a little bit. So that's why.
Yeah.
They'll do it. You don't touch your wife's feet.
No.
You're not going to massage her.
Sometimes.
Exactly. That's why you need a little Cambodian to do it. Honey,
make them smooth.
Parifa, hinatakayo.
Well,
you not do this right. You not sand your feet right.
That's what she'll do. She'll put her feet over on me at night, and then I go, hey, you need to go get your feet done. I think she's got it all. It happens about every 3 weeks. She's got that plan.
These girls are growing them toenails out like half an inch longer than their toe, and they're just painting it up like they meant to.
Right.
I grew my nails out. Clip them, baby, clip them. Anyway, you want to talk about people who don't care? Amazon River tribes. And they've gotten a coronavirus confirmation. They don't care about their nails. These indigenous people and so now there's a big fear of it wiping these people out down in Brazil. So you got Yanomami tribe in the northern Amazonian territory. He died after being admitted to a hospital last week with symptoms related to coronavirus. So anyway, there's a fear with that. And see, that's where this kind of thing gets real.
It took the Mayans out, so
it could have been the COVID, right?
You never know.
It wiped out the Mayans. It had nothing to do with the people from Europe. Anyway, this thing's crazy, man, and I've never seen people so sensitive as they are right now. I mean, people are on edge about this stuff. You know, you'll post something out there that's got some kind of a humorous bent to it or whatever, because that's what we do. And they're like, oh, my God, people are dying. People are dying every day. Chill. Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be able to stay 5 minutes in the room with me for anything ever.
No.
Ever.
No, they wouldn't.
It's the 6 feet apart as well. If you post a picture standing next to somebody, everybody, it's like the 6 feet police.
They're like, but if you had a grandmother and I said, I will not be hanging around with your grandmother.
Right.
So we're good. All right.
And we've been good with our parents, you know, with who
I haven't seen anybody. I saw my mother-in-law up close and personal because I had to don a mask and go in her house yesterday to work on her dishwasher.
Yep.
She needed it done, so I had to don the mask and go in there in her hotter than hell oven herpes-ridden house and see my mother-in-law. We didn't touch. She gave me water. I wouldn't drink it because I don't know what she's got.
I told my mom to stay at home. She just turned 79 on Saturday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, baby. And that's the thing, man, because you're getting so much. Let me remind you guys of a couple things. Here's why I say in the opening deal, things are changing so much, and you don't know what to believe anymore. Like, I don't trust Dr. Fauci. Candace, you trust Fauci? Not a bit. I think the guy's deep state. I think the guy's part of the system. I don't care where he came from. And people are like, oh, no, you got to trust Doc. He's the world's leading infectious disease, blah, 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 molecular, wah. Oh, really? You never been around a doctor that has a God complex? Really? You never been around an arrogant prick of a doctor that has a God complex? Because pretty much 90% of them do.
I think I worked with about 15 of them in San Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So you've been around your doctor who started playing God. And I believe Fauci's doing it too, because this whole thing, you know, our friend, what was it? My friend, Deanna Lorraine, who is running for Congress in California. I think she's actually, or is she? Yeah. She came out with a tweet, and Donald Trump retweeted it, kind of took a little slap at Fauci on Sunday night. Which he was retweeting. It's a hashtag Fire Fauci. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, Fauci, he said, Deanna, let me read her tweet. Said, Fauci is now saying that had Trump listened to the medical experts earlier, he could have saved more lives. Fauci was telling people on February 29th that there was nothing to worry about and it posed no threat to the U.S. public at large. And Donald Trump, of course, retweeted, said, sorry, fake news, it's all on tape. I banned China long before people spoke up. Thank you at OANN. Look, I'll tell you something. First of all, the World Health Organization was saying in mid-January that it could not be communicable between two human beings. It was the World Health Organization. That's what we thought was the truth. Mm-hmm. So he didn't ban travel at that time. And when he did ban travel, what happened? He was called xenophobic. He was called a racist. Even Joe Biden came out and said this is not a time to be xenophobic and full of hate towards other peoples. And now Biden comes out and says, oh, yeah, well, Trump did a good job of he did a good job of banning travel from China. Mm-hmm. You guys are pinheads. Mm-hmm. I mean, Joe Biden yesterday was hiding his own Easter eggs.
Oh, gosh.
Jill, I don't know where I put them.
Same place his head is.
Up his ass. Oh, my gosh. So I don't trust Fauci at all. I don't trust the World Health Organization, they've contributed nothing. Nil. Nada. And the Center for Disease Control, forget them too. They haven't controlled a damn thing. You can keep issuing warnings based on ignorance. You can only go with the information you're given, right? Mm-hmm. Donald Trump is not a doctor. He's not an infectious disease expert. He's not any one of these. He's not a molecular biologist. He's not somebody sitting in a white coat over a microscope.
But if he would have got on Twitter and asked those folks over there first, then maybe he could have done the right
Which,
things.
Again, they were lying. We're seeing more and more how much they were lying.
Everybody on Twitter has the answers.
Yeah,
that's
they're
right.
like, how dare President Trump? I flipped over to the Progress channel this morning, the home of the resistance. These assholes. And they're on there talking about, well, Trump's tweeting about what he's watching on television. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, can you not have some sense of normalcy of life?
Does the government own his Twitter account, or is that his personal Twitter account?
It's his personal deal.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I mean, he's got real Donald Trump and he's got @POTUS. I mean, he can put whatever he wants to on there.
I hope that people would realize just how much a lot of times we are played by the government and people just don't even, just a little bit.
Look, do you,
I mean, just a
and
little
we
bit.
don't have I don't
it.
have the list right here in front of me, but I could list a bunch of them off. You go back to January, how many CEOs started stepping down?
Yep.
They started stepping down from their deal. How many stocks started being sold off? All of these things. You can't tell me with all of that happened all at once that these morons didn't know something was going on.
Yeah, you said it. We were sitting in here a couple of months ago when that you said, and you made mention of, all of the, why are they all?
Yeah.
Like, don't know.
Doesn't make sense. We read that list off back then. And I'm going to say this because people are going to say, oh, but you said it wasn't that big of a deal. Listen to me, folks. It's still not that big of a deal in terms of the death rate. Now, if you get around somebody with an underlying condition, it's going to be a big deal.
That's right.
But everybody doesn't have that. We got to open this deal back up. I'll tell you more about it when I come back. I'm tired of it, Candace. Hey, I want everybody to tune in tomorrow night. We're going to do a deep dive into the Como family. You're like, I don't care about the Comos. Oh, you do. You really, really do. And I want you to tune in tomorrow night. We're going to do a little expose of Andrew, Chris, and Mario Cuomo. Go get your He's Still Your President CD. You can get it at watchchad.com, or you can get it where downloads are offered, as well as Quarantine Life. Got some new songs coming out here pretty soon. Having a lot of fun with it. I'll tell you this, folks. We don't know. That's the bottom line. We don't know. We don't know if what we're being told is accurate or not. No one knows at this point. We've been lied to, as a matter of fact, when it comes to this COVID virus. So be good to each other. Take the time to reset, refocus, get your priorities straight. It will get back to some semblance of normalcy. Unfortunately, I believe that we have opened Pandora's box in too many big, big ways. We have been allowed the government, rather, to steal our liberties, and that just cannot continue on. Now, I'm not saying that you just go out there and run roughshod all over the country and do all of these things because, hey, there still is a danger out there. But we'll talk more about it in the days to come. We love y'all. God bless. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.